Hey everybody, and welcome back to more Firefall. In the last episode, we finished up our tutorial missions, and we got a call from Arrow saying that she was picking up a distress signal from the other side of the Melding. In this episode, we are going to go through the Melding on a specially designed dropship, and check out the distress call. Head up to the dropship and just interact with it to bring up the window. And Q. Alright, I'm not going to be doing too much talking during this instance. It's a very easy instance and it's very dialogue heavy, so I don't want to be talking over people all the time.
Welcome to Blackwater. Stand by. Unlocking cargo bay doors if you want to scout ahead on your glider. This place used to be packed with crystite harvesters, but after the Arclight crash, it's been overrun by... well, you're gonna find out.
Why would somebody come out here? All that trouble to get through the Melding.
Most likely treasure hunters, looking for the wreck of the Midas. A lot of people died chasing that rainbow. Alright, we're closing in on the source of the distress signal. No visuals, but I got lots of movement down there. Just a heads up, pal. If those things down there get your scent, you're gonna have your hands full. I'm going to put her down on the roof of that facility over there. The source of the signal should be close.
Alright, you mentioned that the cargo bay doors are open and that we could scout ahead on our glider. I didn't see a tutorial tip, however, so I will tell you that you can deploy your glider by pressing the E key when inside a dropship.
Touchdown, go, 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 everybody out of the pool! Hey, you know the deal. You got 10 minutes and then I'm gone, with or without you.
So that can be a little bit handy for getting to the dropship a little bit quicker.
Hey! Get us out of here! The door's jammed. You need to find some way to force it open.
Boss, imaging shows some old mining crates nearby. Maybe there's something you can use in there. Those charges might work. Try using them on the dropship door. I can't bypass the safety delay on these charges. It's going to take 4 minutes. Great. Looks like a bunch of those swamp creatures got your scent. They're converging on you.
Alright, as terrible as that sounds...
over here. You're not paying me enough for this.
Hey, is that Slingshot? Don't let him take off without you.
Boss, it looks like he's leaving. Slingshot! You little snake! Come back here! Slingshot! Damn it.
We're gonna die in this hellhole. I ain't dying here. If you can get that door open, I might be able to get us out of here.
I hope so, for all our sakes.
Alright, so as terrible as Slingshot taking off sounds and these swamp creatures having our scent, it's actually not too bad. You actually don't have to do anything during this portion of the mission. If you crouch in this corner, you might get the occasional hisser that'll jump up here on the ledge with you, but other than that, nothing's going to come up here. And when the timer runs out, everything dies anyway, so it's not like you're gonna have a whole bunch of enemies to fight if you don't keep track of them now. But for the sake of entertainment, I will go ahead and start killing them. Also got a little bit of time to talk about the history of the map. This particular map used to be a PvP map. It's since been repurposed, obviously. Its name is still Blackwater, and they've mentioned crystite harvesters. The point of the PvP match was actually to defend crystite harvesters against the enemy team, and as long as you kept your harvesters operational, you were gaining points. And whoever had the most points at the end of the match won. So it was sort of like capture and defend the base at the same time.
You special forces or something? You tore those bugs up.
And we've actually got time, since it's irrelevant whether we keep the bugs off that thing or not. We can visit these harvesters. These would be player controlled way back when. This is one of 4 different harvesters. Each team would be assigned 2. And it looked like a pretty fun game type. I unfortunately never got a chance to play it because no one would queue for it before they turned PvP on. Or turned PvP off, rather. But it definitely seemed like a very interesting game. I will do my best to find the video I found of it and link it in the description. If I can't find it again, I'm sorry. Alright, minute and a half to go. This mission can be pretty good for harvesting melded creature parts. Those are useful for crafting the melding anomaly neutralizer. And while you don't ever really have to craft a man, it can be pretty cool. You get a nice hat out of it at least. And I'm taking a lot of damage. It used to pay pretty well also, but from what I've heard, it's not that fantastic anymore. Those green tortured souls are so cool. And if you look at this attack really closely, you'll notice that it's reaching up and it's actually grabbing a ball off of its head and throwing it at you. So it's basically throwing these little pus bubbles at you, which is really gross. Think about it.
Almost there.
Alright, now watch this. As soon as the timer expires, or actually just before the timer expires, they all die.
Ah, it's good to be alive. I owe you one. They call me Oil Spill, by the way. This is Rivers. Our third man, Barker, well, he didn't make it.
I don't mean to be rude, Oil Spill, but how do you plan on getting us out of here?
I ran some diagnostics while we were, detained. If you can give me a couple of parts, I should be able to fix her up enough to fly us out.
Where are we supposed to find these parts?
Back in the day, there used to be a lot of mining activity around here on account of a couple of crystite hybrid veins. Ain't no mining happening nowadays, but those old crystite harvesters are still around. I should be able to repurpose some of that equipment for the dropship. Here, let me mark it on your map. Just go get those parts, and I'll have us out of here faster than you can scald a cat.
Oh no, this isn't good. Boss, you'll need to hurry. I'm picking up a chosen platoon right on top of us. And long-range sensors are picking up a dark sleep inbound. We've got 5 minutes tops.
Rivers and I gotta make some other repairs while you grab the parts. Let's get to it.
Alright, she says 5 minutes, but I guess they changed it at some point in the design process to 10 minutes. It really doesn't matter. You can do this mission in 3 if you're alone. And it can go up or down from there depending on whether or not you're in a squad, or depending on how good your squad is, really.
Nope.
You don't want to stop and fight too much, though. The enemies will bunch up eventually, so you do want to kind of keep their numbers under control, but if you stop to fight, you will fail the mission. At least if you're in stock here. There's just no way to fight them and carry the harvester parts because there's an infinite number of enemies and they just get harder over time, so you're actually not doing yourself any favors by stopping and fighting them all before you moved on.
This one should work. I'll need another one. We've stripped that harvester. You need to check another one for more parts.
So the number of parts you do, or the number of parts you need does scale with the number of people in your squad, but the number of parts available on each harvester scales as well, so you're probably going to end up going to two separate harvesters. They're most likely going to be diagonal from each other, not catty corner. I don't know if you're into speedrunning or anything, but that can be helpful in out-predicting the spawns. And we've got one more to
We
get.
just need one last part.
Now, if you do end up taking longer than 10 minutes for whatever reason, you know, lag, or sometimes you're just having a bad day, it happens to the best of us, you will get to see the Dark Slip come in, and for those of you that are wondering, the Dark Slip is the same ship that you saw in the intro, and it's kind of cool. It's also not the end of the world. You're not going to have to completely start the instance over and take all kinds of damage on your gear if you fail. Because if you do fail this portion of the mission, it starts you over at the point where you bust oil spill and rivers out of the dropship.
That doesn't sound good.
We're dead. Hey, could you give me a hand? The forward stabilizer's caught on something. See if you can jigger it loose.
My scans indicate the stabilizer is tangled up in some rocks. You should be able to clear the rocks with your weapons. I'll highlight them on your scent.
Just don't shoot my ship.
Any minute now, some shock troopers should start showing up to the Chosen. Add a little mix there, make it a little more difficulty. There they are.
That should do it.
Come on, get on board. We don't have much time.
And once you kill the last of the rocks, you can either wait for this 1 minute timer to expire. Suppose that could be good if you're hunting tech drops. Get an extra minute to kill some Chosen. But if you're not doing that, you can just hop right on board, and that's the mission complete.
Oh my god. Punch it, oil spill!
You don't have to tell me twice.
If you do decide to stay and do some tech mining in the instance, I don't really know why you would, seeing as it's a tier 1 instance anyway, and all you're going to get is salvage fodder out of it. But if you do stay for that 1 minute, all that happens at the end of the timer is that it'll boot you into the dropship and send you on your way. It's not a fail condition, even though it looks like it. Anyway, we are now to the point where we need to work on some open world missions. To do our open world missions though, we will first need campaign points. That means doing open world encounters, so the next couple videos are going to be a little bit staggered. The open world missions also have the drawback of not being able to be replayed. That's part of the reason we made this new account, in addition to doing the intro. So bear with me. I apologize if they're a little bit sucky. I haven't done the missions as often as I'd like to, and I'm only going to get one take on all of them, so I'll do my best, and hopefully by the end of doing these I'll be pretty good at making these videos, and we'll have a system worked out, but the next couple videos might be a little bit terrible. Anyway, don't forget to tune in next time for what's hopefully not a terrible video, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and share my videos with all your friends. I will see you guys next time.